from the RX Muscle Studios, this is the Heavy Muscle Show. With your host, Dave Palumbo. Featuring the Backpack, Jimmy Palaccia, Mr. J,
Diego B,
Jeff the Producer.
All right, now, Jimmy, we're back from break here. Before we get to the cast of Mr. Bricks, which was an very interesting movie I happened to watch the whole thing of last night, I wanted to talk about Quest protein bars a little bit, because the owner of Quest protein bars heard me talking about how much I hate protein bars, how crappy they are, the ingredients always upset my stomach, they are loaded with either sugar or sugar alcohols, they act like a laxative. You know, you've eaten a couple bars in your day, you wind up in the bathroom. Yeah, well, you can talk into your microphone, please, Mr. Palaccia. Now, sorry. He heard me talking about this, and he said, I have a great protein bar. And I said, I don't believe you. So he sent me a case of these things, and I started eating them. These Quest protein bars have 20 grams of whey isolate, okay? 12 grams of fat coming from almonds, which is I'm a big advocate of. And there's 19 grams of carbs, but 15 of them are fiber, which means you don't absorb them. No sugar. The bar is delicious. Now, I know you don't like the taste of anything. You barely eat food. You like hot dogs. I want you to taste this bar, and I want you to give me an honest opinion what you think of this thing.
Giving away all my secrets, man.
Yeah. I love them. They're delicious. I've been eating them.
Don't wash it down with the wine.
Jeff, you want to come here? Take a piece of this. All right. Toss this down to Jeff, the producer.
Yeah, thank you. After throwing on fucking tables and shit.
I want you to honestly tell me what you think. Now, this is the vanilla almond crunch bar.
I'm sure
the only place you can get these, Jimmy.
I gotta get my taste buds back after that fucking wine.
Remember, this is healthy. This is healthy. You like it? Be honest.
It's light. It's good.
Right?
Yeah.
Jeff, the producer?
I had them before, so I love them. So.
Oh, you do? Okay.
You gave it to me last week.
I did give you one.
Yeah.
This is a new batch. They're moister.
I just asked you for a box.
These are moister.
Very moist.
The only place you can get these things is questproteinbar.com. You can't get it off of any other bodybuilding websites. You can't get it in any stores. Only from questproteinbar.com. So, guys, I highly encourage you to try them. I really love them. I don't eat bars, I'm telling you.
I tasted something like that before. I don't know what it is.
Now, let's get to the...
Breyers ice cream with almonds in it.
If you think that tastes like Breyers ice cream, Jimmy, then they're going to have a very successful business.
Yeah, no, it's got like that Breyers ice cream taste.
Questproteinbar.com. Remember that. All right, let's get to the cast of Mr. Bricks. I've been putting this off over and over. They sent me a video, a DVD pre-screening of the thing. Okay, it's not the final cut. I'm talking to you right now. I wish you would have seen it, Jimmy, because it'd probably be right up your alley. It was a very heavy.
Well, how'd you see it if it ain't out?
They sent it to me. They sent me a pre-screen copy. It was the best way I can describe it. I got it at the last minute.
We're on the same TV.
I'll give it to you tonight. You can watch it.
All right, thank you.
It's a heavy metal rock opera type of.
Like the Who?
Kind of like that.
Murder musical.
All right, hold on. Let me introduce the cast. We have Tattoo Timmy here. We have Nicola Fiore here, who's a very popular actress in this movie skit, and we have Vito Trigo here. Welcome, guys. And we also have the director, Travis Campbell, here as well. Timmy.
Yes,
let's go to you first. What's the official description of what this movie is?
It's a heavy metal murder musical. And it's a hardcore, heartfelt, soul-filled, aggressive, leather-clad, muscle-bound, hot lust story.
And you're the star.
I am Mr. Bricks.
I got to tell you, when I first started watching it, I was so disturbed by it that I had to shut it off first.
Yeah.
And I had to go and I had to actually drink 2 glasses. You'll love it, Jimmy. But you gotta be drunk to watch it. I drank 2 glasses of wine. I got a nice buzz going, and I put it back on, and I started enjoying it more because now I understood what I was getting into. There's music. It's a lot of hardcore death metal type stuff.
Heavy metal, but the beauty of it, of the metal that's in it, is that you can understand the words.
Yes, you can.
And it conveys a message.
What is a victim? What is a victim? What is revenge?
Yeah.
Now, Travis, is it true that you not only directed this thing, but you actually wrote it, including all the music?
Yes. I wrote the first draft of the script, and then actually my girlfriend wrote a second draft, and that's what ended up in the movie. But I did write the songs for it along with a friend of mine.
You're a sick fuck, you know that, right?
I love it.
I'm just going to say that. He's the sick bastard.
He's a sick fuck. They just read the lines and sung the music.
I'm the sick bastard that wrote it.
And now, were you singing the songs?
No.
Who does the singing in there?
Whose voice is on the preview that you've got there? Is it Tony?
Yeah.
Well, Travis originally started singing the songs.
Yeah.
You sung those songs?
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was you. I really
You
could
know
have.
what the funny thing is? Because I took a crack at singing the songs, and Travis and I got together, and we recorded some of it, and my voice was almost identical to Travis's voice in singing. So
the ultimate voice in the final cut that I saw was you.
Mr. Bricks is played by, or sung by, my friend Tony, who's in a lot of hardcore bands. Nicole Fiore sings her song.
You sing yours, Nicole? Talking to the microphone there. Do you have a singing background? I mean, are you a...
Absolutely not.
Really?
No.
I got to tell
I have
you...
a musical background, but I don't have it. My mother's a singer. She performed on stage with me.
We want to hear you. We really want to hear you.
Grab that mic. Get real close. Get as close as
Pretend
possible.
the mic is like Mr. Bricks.
Pretend the mic is a mic.
I played in a band in high school. My dad's a guitar player, and I just thought I could give it a try. And I'm glad to hear that you like it, because I still don't know what I think of it.
I'm disturbed by it. Don't get me wrong. I'm very disturbed by the whole movie still. Did you have a problem playing that when you heard what you were going to have to do and smashing people's heads with bricks and stuff like that?
That wasn't the problem. Whoever doesn't want to smash somebody in the head with a brick once in a while?
Jimmy, it's very disturbing.
But what I will say is I don't like the character of who I am, who I play.
Right, which you don't
He's
have
not a nice
to.
guy.
Right.
But no, I had no problem being him.
But let's face it, you have a tattoo on your head. I mean, you're not going to be playing a nice guy.
That's right.
You
Well,
know.
typically, and I will say a funny thing on that, because my intro to the movie world is going to be sci-fi action, and I will move on to children's movies eventually.
You will. Playing
Absolutely. I'm not sure, but that's something that's down the
Fucking
road.
orc.
And, it's something that's in my
when
heart.
Bobby De Niro called you up on the phone, when we had him call you on the phone, he thought you'd be perfect for an orc in Lord of the Rings.
What the orc is cool. I'll take anything I can get my hands on. I'll be orc 10
Now,
times.
you're moving to California to be a full-time actor. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm a full-time actor now.
Okay. Well, you're still a bodybuilder because I see you at bodybuilding
Oh,
shows.
absolutely. Well, I'm bodybuilding is something that will stay with me for the rest of my life.
But isn't it true, and Travis, you could probably confirm or deny this, that he's too big to be an actor? Too muscularly big. Wouldn't you say that? Come on, be serious. You see Hollywood.
Absolutely.
You don't think so, Nicola?
No, absolutely not.
Well, who's as big as he is in Hollywood?
Well, let me just say something. We were actually just talking about this before we came on. There's a whole realm of gay horror.
Gay horror?
Love to see Timmy.
I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. He's getting out of bodybuilding.
The sequel to Mr. Bricks is Mr. Bricks. Showing at the corner of Christopher Street in Manhattan.
You get into making porno movies, Travis, and it doesn't work out.
Porno musical.
No, honestly, I think I'm really not big.
Yes, but you are. You look enormous in the movie. You look like you're 270 in the movie.
Well, then you know what? Then that's what Hollywood needs more of. Then you know what?
So you want to be the next Arnold with a tattoo on
Why
your
not?
head? Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
There's a void there for it. There's nothing else like it.
I could see you in like one of those Stallone movies where you play the maniacal, maniac who's killing people.
Do you want to know if I can seriously see him playing? Seriously?
What?
Because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. You just cover him like CGI and all black, you would be a perfect Venom.
There you go.
Yeah.
Which is like the anti-Spider-Man.
Right.
Like you got the perfect body for it, like you can act. Why not?
But we're being honest here. We call like we see it. I mean, I love Timmy. I want to see Timmy making millions of dollars so he can invite me to his mansion in Hollywood at someday. But you are a little typecast by the
Yeah, no, that's
tattoo.
okay. That's okay.
No.
I understand the intro to all of this. Again, I keep calling it the intro because I've only been acting for 2 years. But I understand that to get get into the field, it's going to be me playing a lot of bad guys.
Right.
And that might be an entire career of bad guys. You know what? That's okay, because I'd rather be typecast as the bad guy than the guy who reads the book in the library every time.
Have you ever put a wig on to see what you look like with a wig on? Because you can probably hide a lot of that tattoo with a wig.
Oh, yeah. I should have brought mine tonight.
You got that wig that Mr. G gave
I
you.
wear it when I ride sometimes.
You're nice blonde.
Well, let me go to Nicola.
Black and the blonde.
Nicole, you were a Scarlet in the movie. I got to tell you, you were very sexy on film. I was actually getting a little turned on, and I was a little disturbed that you were so into Mr. Bricks in the movie, because he's kind of a maniacal killer. You know.
I was a little disturbed too.
What was your insight into your character, I guess, in the movie? Why was she so attracted to Mr. Bricks?
Oh, it's typical. I mean, it really isn't that unusual for a woman to want a bad boy, is it? I don't think it is at all.
Well, he's a really bad boy.
To me, it was just like, you know, the whole part about her being a cop, you know, and being, you know, a little fascinated by him, this bad guy's criminal. I mean, absolutely.
Now, you were topless in the movie, so if anyone, your freaks out there who want to see her topless, you can watch the movie just for that. But did you have a problem with the nudity?
Not the first time.
Okay, it wasn't.
Hey, man, I got a little resentment there. Why you got to be a freak? Because you want to see a girl?
No, there's some people that will watch movies just to see naked women, and I'm saying if that's
I watch movies to see naked women
to
too.
watch it. Well, would you watch it now that I told you that she's naked in the movie?
I want to see it.
Yeah, I know you do. So you're a freak.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong. It helps. That's what he did it for, so he can sell more
I think
movies.
it is so ridiculous that everybody
I have a
freaks out so
problem with
much about nudity. I really. I mean, nobody said anything to me, you know, when I hit a girl in the head with a hammer in a movie, and no one said anything to me, you know.
So you're a horror movie
when
actress
I
then.
punched him in the face, you know what I'm saying though? It's like, it's such a huge deal. Like, oh, tits. It's like, you know, and I did a movie in Germany last year, and they were so shocked, like, how could you, aren't you really uncomfortable going to hit this girl in the head with a hammer? You know, but when it came,
What movie was that?
When it came titty time, it's like, you know, no,
Titty time.
Game Over. It's called Game Over.
And is that released anywhere?
Titty time.
It's on Amazon. Game
gotta name a
Over.
bar
Timo
after
Rose
that.
was the director.
Is it a American movie or is it a European movie?
German movie. I think it was released in France. I don't know if it's been released.
Were you speaking English?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We played American actresses.
Ah. Did any of you guys see Travis being a director? Did you see that really fucked up movie called Human Caterpillar?
Human Centipede?
Human Centipede.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I read about it, and I was like,
That's something I can see you doing. They actually
I hope so.
connect.
Made a lot of money.
Jimmy, they connect three people. They connect one woman's mouth to the one guy's ass, and another woman's mouth to the other girl's ass, and they make a centipede out of it. It's a very disturbing movie. It's a demented, like,
Yeah, but it even goes deeper than that. The fucking description. No, wait a minute. They actually describe what they need to do in order to make that connection happen, and then what happens when they have to take
it's
a
a very
crap.
sick dimension, but that's
It's unbelievable.
That movie wasn't as disturbing as this movie wasn't as disturbing as that movie, but
Gotcha.
in a different way. Now, the tone I got of the movie when I watch it.
Wait. Where's this human centipede?
You see that one you want to see? And we even mentioned tits. By the way, there's tits in
I
that movie
watched it
too.
on pay-per-view. You know, one of those
You're a
pay
sick
channels.
fuck too, man.
But I just was curious.
Yeah. As soon as I saw the fucking ass in the mouth, I would have turned it.
You can't stop watching it.
Yeah, all right.
I'm telling you.
Like you've never eaten an ass before.
Yeah, with my tongue and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking sew my mouth to somebody's fucking ass.
Did Tim's ass make the cut? Movie?
Yes, it did.
There you go.
Oh, it did.
Yes, it's
Your ass.
Look, I sacrifice because I mean I'm just gonna put this out there. Like, men really aren't my thing. You know, I have a wife at home.
Oh, okay.
And
You don't mind that, Jimmy, do you?
Doing the sex scene with Timmy, and I was so just like, look, I don't even care if we don't have a snatch pass. We need this ass shot of Tim. For some reason, I don't know what it was, and I'm just like, we need the ass shot of Tim in the movie. Like, I don't know what it was. There's even a conversation I think where you have us sitting in the office talking, and I'm like, you know, male nudity's all the rage. You know, everyone's seen tits. They're done. They don't
Did you
care.
have your schlong hanging out in this fucking movie?
No, he did not. He did not.
I didn't have it hanging out in the movie, but it was hanging out while shooting the scene.
Now, it's interesting that you bring that up because that you prefer women. Because I was going to ask you, Tim, you got a girlfriend at home. Yes. The sex scenes were pretty intense, or at least the simulation of them were.
Hello, my name is Jack Owak, CEO and Chief Scientific Officer of VPX Redline. I designed Redline Ultra Hardcore with a dual-action, microtab, and liquid delivery system. This makes Redline Ultra Hardcore fastest acting, longest lasting, strongest stacking fat burner in the history of sports nutrition. First, micronized particles within the liquid phase of the delivery system enter the body within seconds. Then the black and blue microtabs bypass the destructive acidic environment of the stomach. They then enter the alkaline environment of the intestines, where they burst open and release potent active ingredients into the system. Amazingly, the black and blue microtabs release steadily into the body for up to 3 hours. Redline Ultra Hardcore's proven steady state release of actives starts to work in 45 seconds and lasts for up to several hours. This is hardcore, scientific, cutting-edge technology. This is the most advanced tri-action, dual microtab and liquid delivery system in the history of sports nutrition. Because you want to burn fat fast, I made Redline Ultra Hardcore.
You are hardcore. That's why you need VPX Redline Ultra Hardcore, the most technologically advanced fat-burning delivery system ever created.
Get yours today, nationwide at GNC, bodybuilding.com, and VPXsports.com. Species Evolutionary Nutrition, the Species line of products champion original thinking and carries that thought process to its logical conclusion in the form of unique supplements that strictly adhere to the core nutritional principles of Dave Palumbo, founder of Species Nutrition. Visit speciesnutrition.com to purchase the next generation of high-quality supplements available today that fully adhere to the theory of natural selection, which insists that only the fit survive. Speciesnutrition.com. This is the Heavy Muscle Show with your host, Dave Palumbo.
Is there any jealousy on the set from your girlfriend?
Not at all.
Okay.
No, because honestly,
because she prefers women, or because
not even that. Not even that.
That would have made it probably better.
Honest to God, when you're doing that shit and you're on set like that, it's really work. It's really, really work.
Oh, it looked like hard work to me.
It was work. It was hot. It was sweaty. I mean, I'd rather see her be with a woman instead of fucking you.
It was disturbing watching them together. It was. He's a disturbing guy to watch because he plays a demented character, and there's blood everywhere. Was that just fake, blood you get in a bottle?
Yeah, we did. We went with 2 gallons on set, and then we digitally added stuff like that Spartacus show, where it's just.
There was some pretty good special effects in there. Who did all the editing?
I did, and my girlfriend did.
Wow, you guys are very impressed. I was impressed with the editing. I was going to mention that.
Travis is awesome. For the Forex muscle.
I know. I got to see how that's true. I'm looking for someone. Let me go to Vito Trigo for a second, who plays the cop in the movie, your nemesis, so to speak, Mr. Bricks.
Yes, he is.
Obviously, she's your partner in the movie, and you're trying to protect her from Mr. Bricks. Little do you know that she's actually into Mr. Bricks.
Yeah. It's one of those things I don't know, and it's just kind of like, tell me now, and that's the whole thing with the movie.
Seeing you now and seeing in the movie, you look a lot more menacing and scary in the movie.
I need to know. Did he
Did he what?
Jesus, Marie, did he touch you?
What did they do to you that made you look that way? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Did you have long hair?
It was longer.
You had longer hair in the movie too, didn't you? Now, what's your acting experience?
Just college training. Went to college.
Really?
Did acting in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Then came out to New York and.
You waiting tables?
No.
Okay.
I clean floors.
Floors.
I clean floors at a gym.
Do you really? What gym? That's right. You told me you knew a lot of all the Triple H's. When he's one of my heroes. You look up to him, and you bodybuild and everything. What gym do you work at in the city?
Well, I worked at formerly. I quit to make the movie.
Oh,
so
you sacrificed.
My time. Well, they weren't being very good to me.
Oh,
Equinox Fitness Club.
Oh yeah. So they're not a sponsor, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I can tell you what Jim Floyd you don't want to clean is his father, where his father works.
Where's his father work?
Because he shit on the floor.
Well, what gym is it? What gym is it? You got to warn me here.
It's not in Manhattan. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we don't want to tell him. But the guy actually went to the bathroom as he was heading to the bathroom.
All right, that's another conversation. Let's go back to this acting thing for a minute. How did you guys all get in touch, or how did Travis you find these guys to fit the roles in this movie that you were trying to cast?
Well, I work at Troma, who does like the Toxic Avenger. I edit for them. And Nicole and I actually worked together. She was in a DVD intro, and that's how we met. And then one day I saw a postcard that Timmy had sent. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I gotta know. And he's an actor.
We're still trying to figure it out.
So I emailed him and said, hey, do you want to do a movie? And we had like all these other projects lined up and shit. And then finally, when Mr. Bricks came along, it was a perfect thing so that I could work with Nicola and then Tim. And then the producer, Justin Martell, was Lloyd Kaufman's assistant. And that's how I met Vito. They had their company actually produced the movie.
Yeah, Ship to Shore Media. We all went to college together. Justin A. Martell and the director of photography, Jeff Cornell, and we all moved in together, came to the city, and we formed a company, Ship to Shore Media.
Oh, so you have a little company too on the side?
Yeah, a little. This is our first big thing is Mr. Bricks.
Now, honestly, I'm going to ask each one of you individually. What do you think? Where are you going to market this movie to? I kind of got like a Rocky Horror-ish feel from the movie. Like it could be something that could catch on down the road, and people can really start, going to see it a lot. How are you going to market the movie?
Marketing is the hardest part. I'd say either to the heavy metal crowd or to the people who do like Rocky Horror type stuff and horror movies. I mean, it's a tough sell. It's not just horror. It's like horror musical.
Can you send this to a film festival?
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of genre festivals. That's how the Human Centipede got its start.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, just like, sometimes they like the crazy whacked out shit. Sometimes it'll just fly right by and no one will ever notice. Like you said, maybe 10 years down the line.
What did it cost to make this movie?
When it's all said and done, I'd say about $4,000.
Wow!
Yeah, we really skimmed.
So you guys can actually make some money back on this thing.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Timmy, what'd you make? What was your salary on this movie?
My salary was a broken back, some bruised hips,
and a hot dog.
Yeah, and a hot dog.
You got a hug too.
But
hot dog's good.
Yeah, hot dog's great. But honestly, this movie, whatever success it has immediately, is going to be, in my heart, this is how I feel about it, has the very great potential of being a great cult film. And I can only see it getting better as I proceed in my acting career. I see Mr. Bricks as being the first initial footprint on Travis as a director, Tim Dax as an actor, working with Nicola and Vito, and it's going to just keep growing from here.
The way I can see it making an impact is that it's so disturbing that people might want to just see it, because there's a lot of people that like to see disturbing stuff out there.
Totally. And there's a lot of people out there into heavy metal. There's a lot of people out there into tattoos. There's a lot of people into sci-fi. There's a lot of, and believe it's a love story even. It's even in a twisted way. It's a love story. So you got all those people on that end as well. But
I won't ruin how it ends. I don't want to ruin the ending for anyone. But it's intense.
Yes, it is. It's a very intense movie, and I think that sets a precedence for us as individuals as we go forward and conquer the world of filmmaking.
Now, Nicola, you are somewhat of an actress who's worked more probably than all these people here combined.
Okay.
Now, what was your purpose in doing this movie? What attracted you to this particular role?
Travis.
Really? Okay, so you know Travis, and you've worked
on the side. No,
we already know that that's not true. You already told us that.
No, just me and his wife fuck on the side. No, seriously, it was Travis.
You should have brought your wife. We could have had him make out or something like that.
Would love to have her. No, she's great. She was another thing that ended up getting me, because I'm not going to lie to you. I feel the same way about this as you're saying now. How he sends me the script. Literally, I show up to Troma on a Friday just to say hi, and he hands me a script, and it's like got musical numbers in it and shit. And I'm like, I don't sing. You can lip sync. I'm like, I'm not lip sync. What is it? I'll do it. Fine. And I really thought he was absolutely out of his fucking mind, which to me means let's do this.
So how long did it take to film this whole thing? How many weeks?
About 6 weekends, and we did pickup shots, and
14 days total, was it?
Probably 14 days.
Thereabouts.
It was easy because we all live in the city, so it was really
right.
We work, from morning until the next morning.
We would have seen we need permits and stuff like that.
They were shooting on the middle of the street.
Just shot on the street?
Yeah, we had a big fight scene staged and a scaffolding on the street, and that was in Long Island City. And what we did is we called the cops beforehand. and they drive by like, hey, and then they thought it was a mask, you know.
Yeah. Every time you have if there's any confrontation, you put me in front of the crowd, then everybody's like, what the fuck is that, man? And then that distracts them from anything else.
I got a tattoo on my hand.
With the badge.
Oh, yeah. We staged this elaborate scene.
They really thought we were hookers.
Yes.
You know?
Really?
Oh, totally. Like, people were pulling up, and I remember this one girl was like, girl, you better watch it. You know this is the stroll, don't you? And I'm like, I didn't know that. Thank you. You know? And then, like, literally, like, a couple takes later, the cop pulls up. So I walk up to the car, and he's looking at me like, ma'am, you should know better. So I pull out the badge, and then he's like, oh, shit, thinking I'm really undercover. But we actually had police specialists. I won't give too much away. I don't know that they were supposed to be there or not. But they were police specialists that were on set with us. They know people, and they were making sure, you know, we're holding guns right and using the right lingo and, you know, giving us props, unofficial props, things like that. So that sort of helped us in that situation.
Gotcha.
That was probably, and then there was another situation, I think, when we were in Jersey with the cops, too. Anyway.
That was the first day of shooting. Got shut down.
That was.
You got shut down?
Yeah, we did the first few takes. The cops rolled up, and we had to erase everything.
Well, wow. That's got to suck, but you know what? The movie is great. I enjoyed it. It's different. It's not like your typical movie that you're going to go out to the movie theater and see, so you got to be prepared to see it. But I think because it's so different that it might actually make an impact. And look, I hope all you guys, you know, get success this week. And I can say I was the first person to interview Tattoo Timmy on his first movie, Tim Dax, excuse me. And now, where'd you get the name Tim Dax from?
Dax, for a while back, my true surname is Korskadin, and that's too much, in my opinion, for people to remember. So started going over names. How does it work? When you're growing up, is it a dog, your first dog, or the street that you live on, whatever it is? Anyway, Dax happens to be the name of my first dog as a child. Till I was 16. Really? He was German Shepherd. He was my best friend.
Maybe you should have gone Tim Bricks. I like
Tim
Bricks.
It's a porn star name.
Tim Brick.
It sounds like a porn name. It does.
That's how we got it. He's the porn star.
That's right.
Like she said, you could always go into gay porn if this doesn't work out.
Tim Dax, rub my tattoo.
The movie is Mr. Bricks, and we have the whole cast here from Travis Campbell, the director, Vito Trigo, Timmy, or I like to say, I got to call you Tattoo Timmy Dax, and Nicola Fiore. Jimmy, any final words before we say goodbye?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I say you should go with the gay porn, bro. You'll make a lot of money.
We'll start our first video tonight.
Actually, I have a question.
What?
I actually have a very important question. I'm just curious. How can I see this movie? Because I'm not.
I have a copy.
Sure.
I'd like to share it with them, Travis.
Yes.
Because I was supposed to give it back to you guys.
We're releasing it in the fall on DVD.
Ah, okay.
So.
Cool.
And will you have a website that people could purchase it through?
We're working on a website now.
Do you know what the address will be?
mr.bricks.com.
mr.bricksmovie.com. It will be released this fall. Tattoo Timmy's first movie. I think you guys should all check it out. Make sure you're a little drunk or high before you see it.
First movie is a starring role. I've been in others.
All right. Well, yeah,
just want to make that clear.
Okay.
I am working.
Timmy is an actor. He's working full time. He wants everyone to know that. Don't miss that movie. I think it's going to be a very special first for this guy, and we love Tim. He's been a supporter of RX Muscle for many, many years, or at least all the years that we've been around, and we appreciate that, Tim. You always come down, you take time, and we're not going to. The problem is we're not going to be seeing you anymore because you're going to be in California now.
Well, you'll have to come out, and we'll have to do an LA connection.
Maybe you could do some LA reporting for us there.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, that's it. The movie is Mr. Bricks.
Need her. You're standing in my way.
This is the Heavy Muscle Show. With your hosts, Dave Palumbo.
All right, guys, we're back. The cast of Mr. Bricks, I thought, was phenomenal. I thought these are real aspiring actors, Jimmy. It's nice to get people before they've actually made it big, because if any one of these four make it huge in Hollywood, we're going to be able to say we knew them when they were nothing and they were in the studio. No one will believe us. I'll be pulling this footage out and we'll be showing it.
And they won't be talking to us and visiting us anymore.
No, we won't even be able to get it. They won't even accept our phone calls. Probably.
Everybody's very humble in the beginning, and then when the shit hits the fan, that's it.
I think Timmy will, if he makes it. I think that he'll always be humble. I think he'll be the kind of guy that you can call him up and
I think Timmy
it'll open your door to you.
I think he would, yeah.
Do you think he's going to have a problem with the tattoo on his head? Be honest. I mean, look, let's face it. We don't mince words here.
The only thing that really I had to step back with was when he mentioned that he'd do a children's film. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do with children. Was he going to scare the shit out of them?
He could play like those weird, children's books, like with Mr. Tree, the guy who's the tree that moves and stuff like that.
Dr. Seuss stuff.
Yeah, maybe something like that. I don't know.
Whatever roles he could play are just very designed for only him.
He could probably play the Grinch. I think a bigger impediment than the tattoo on his head is all the muscle he's got. They don't like big guys in Hollywood. Arnold was an anomaly. He really was, and he was Arnold.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but now you know what? A lot of these movies are like focusing on like comic books, and there's like a lot of superhero movies out. I think that this is a good time if he's really serious and he wants to take this to California. Right. If he just walks around like that and he has like a resume that like shows that he has the ability to act, he'll be cast in some of these movies, because don't forget, digital editing can make you look younger. Digital editing can also take out the tattoos a little bit.
That's a lot of tattoo.
It doesn't matter. If you wanted to, you could add tattoos, take them away. It doesn't matter. Right. You can do whatever you want with CGI now.
Well, I will tell you one thing about Timmy. This movie role was made for him. It's so perfect. A maniacal, tattooed, heavy metal killer. I mean, does that fit him perfectly?
Yeah, absolutely.
He was cast perfectly for the role.
I can't wait to see it. I'll be honest with you.
His roles have to be probably like that. They have to be written in, especially made for him.
Maybe Diego could become his publicist, Jeff.
Hey?
Yes, because he'll say no to every role except they write him in. So,
well, he can get
no, that's not what
that's all you keep saying. Is that he's going to be typecast?
No, when there's money to be made, we'll take anything and everything.
This guy,
you just said that he's
the fucking.
You said that he's written in.
This guy Vito was cleaning floors at the gym. So these guys are humble. These guys want to become actors. Sure. They're willing to do whatever it takes. I respect that a hell of a lot, and I'm glad to see that a fellow bodybuilder like Timmy is making an attempt to live his dream and to realize whatever he wants to do.
I really do.
Sure. All right. Well, we're out of time for now. Until next week, we got to go.
Thanks for watching the Heavy Muscle Show on RXMuscle.com.